Yo guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we're taking a look at all the crystal cost characters that are available in the shop right now, and we're going to be going through each and every single one of them to deduce their value and if they're worth buying or not. I'm going to be doing a tier list side by side, so at the end of the video it's easier for you guys to sum it all up. Crystal cost characters rarely go on sale, so this is the prime opportunity to pick up whichever character that you really need. So the characters I'm gonna be dividing into 5 tiers. Starting off with the caution tier, it's gonna consist of characters that you can farm alternatively without spending crystals. Then we have the bad tier, where it's only limited to characters that you can only buy from the shop using crystals, and they don't really possess much value for you to be spending any crystals on them. Moving forward, we have the usable tier. These are characters that possess some value and are usable in certain scenarios and certain game modes, and you can only access them through the shop. Next we have supports. This tier will only consist of support characters that you can buy from the crystal shop. Then we have the S tier, characters that I consider are the best value in the crystal cost shop is gonna be in this tier. Now that we have explained each of the tiers thoroughly, we can start with the characters. We're starting off with Mystique. Recently, with the changes to Alliance Battle, I think her value has went up. She qualifies for the Villain Mutant Day, and you don't really have that many options for supports, so she stands out as a good pickup during this sale. Next up, we have Odin. I think he's a pretty good PvE character. However, he does have alternatives in his restriction. So if you already have characters like Gladiator, I wouldn't recommend picking him up, but since he has decent standalone value, I'm just gonna stick him in the decent tier. Following that, we have Archknight. In my opinion, he needs a massive rework to be relevant to the meta, so I'm just gonna put him at the bad tier because you can't really get him through any other means. Right after that, we have White Fox. One of the best supports in the game. She's probably one of the best picks in this whole tier list. With her seasonal uniform, she's insane, and you can also alternatively use her normal crystal cost uniform and get insane value out of her. It's a definite buy for me if you don't already have her bought. After that, we have another support in Wave. She's a decent support as she applies to only hero characters and deals extended damage to villains. She also has some reduced damage from villains, so she has very slight PvE value as well. She's a decent support, but you can just use Shuri in her place paired up with White Fox for most scenarios. So yeah, she's gonna go at the end of the support tier. Following Wave, we have Dormammu. I think you should stay away from this offer because you can literally farm Dormammu from GBR. So yeah, he's gonna go in the caution tier because you can definitely farm him and it's 100% not worth buying him for crystals. Following that, we have Sabretooth. Standalone, he's a decent character, however, he doesn't have a tier 4 and he definitely needs a brand new uniform to be actually usable in the meta. For that reason, I'm gonna be sticking him at the top of bad tier, and then we can swiftly move on to Emma Frost. In my opinion, one of the better picks from this bunch of characters. However, her brand new uniform is a seasonal paywall uniform, so if you don't plan on getting that, I don't think picking her up from this offer is worth it. But if you do have that uniform and for some reason you don't have the character, she's a must buy. She's really good for PvP, but since a lot of you guys might not have access to the paywall uniform, I'm gonna rank her at the top of decent. Subsequently, we have Iceman. They say he is an Omega level mutant, but he's actually just shit in this game. He has a lot of potential, but they haven't really given him the love that he deserves. He has a seasonal uniform, which is not worth it at all. And yeah, as a standalone character, he's just not usable in any game mode. So I'm gonna rank him at the bottom of bad tier. After Iceman, we have the latest addition to the crystal cost characters, Silver Surfer Shalabal. She's a decent PvP character who has revive on her artifact, and she also has some PvP support ability as she provides with debuff. She's gonna be slightly better than Emma Frost in my opinion, only because she has revive in her kit, but yeah, you often see her being used in Otherworld Battle and Team Battle Arena. Right after her, we have her husband, Silver Surfer. I would rank him in S. However, since he is farmable from GBR, I'm gonna have to rank him in the caution tier, because why would you waste your crystals when you can just farm him for free? Following Silver Surfer, we have Blue Dragon. In my opinion, one of the better looking characters in this whole game. However, her versatility and usability is very limited. Even though she is a strong blast character, you rarely see her being used in any game mode. She is good, and she also has a tier 4 ability, and for those reasons I'm gonna be putting her at the bottom of decent tier. Now we have the big dog of the crystal cost characters, Mr. Adam Warlock. In my opinion, he is the best pick and the best value character that you can get from this bunch of characters. I'm gonna straight up put him in the best tier. He is by far one of the best PvP characters in the game. He's usable in almost every single PvP game mode and can compete with the top metas. He does need his artifact, and he also needs a good build. Following Adam Warlock, we have a farmable character in Abomination. He's a very good support for Hulk, and I wouldn't recommend picking him up for the crystals, but if you are very desperate, you can feel free to spend the 3150 crystals to get your hands on him, but I honestly would just recommend being patient and grinding Dimension Mission. Similarly, right after him, we have Rachel Summers. Standalone, she's a very good PvP character, even though you can't tier for her. She has revive in her kit through her artifact, but you can also farm her like Abomination through Dimension Mission. It might be lengthy, but it's still a better deal than spending your crystals. Similarly, Professor X can be farmable through Dimension Mission. Compared to the other two options that you can farm from Dimension Mission, he is definitely the worst option. I would definitely not spend my crystals on him. Even if he was not farmable, I would have definitely put him in the bad tier. Next up, we have another farmable character in Teenage Warhead. She's just not worth it. She's not usable in any game mode and possesses absolutely no value until she receives a rework in the future. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick her in the farmable tier, but even if she wasn't farmable, again, she would be in the bad tier. Now that pretty much sums up the usual crystal cost characters. However, because of Black Friday, they did allow you to buy the World Boss Legend characters. These characters are not worth picking up for crystals. You can just play 10 days of World Boss Legends for each of these characters and get them for free. So yeah, they're gonna end up at the bottom of farmable tier, because even though they are very strong characters as standalone, they are definitely not worth buying for crystals. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the whole video. If you want to rank all the crystal cost characters with their value, this is how I would rank them. Rachel Summers in decent, Abomination in the support tier, and then Professor X at the bad tier, and then the Teenage Warhead at the bad tier as well. And I would put like Silver Surfer at the best tier along with Adam Warlock, and Dormammu in bad as well. He definitely needs a rework. I'm not gonna rank the 5 World Boss Legends. So yeah, this is what the final tier list would look like if I consider their whole value and not them being farmable. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. If this tier list helped you guys make your decision, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know what else you guys want to see me do during this Black Friday. That's it from me, guys. Have a great one and peace.